Alright, but today we're starting a campaign in Henshin, the Sentai RPG. The basic playset that's been around for a while. I think less than a year, maybe more than a year. I actually don't remember. But it just recently got kickstarted, so in a couple of months we're drastically change everything once the full version comes out.
Yeah.
Hooray! I love to be on the bleeding edge of behind the times.
Today we're just getting started. So if you all want to introduce your characters.
I'm not going first this time.
Well, yeah, Red has to go first.
Yeah, it's Alice, go first.
Sorry, Alice, but
Dang on.
Why are you not picking on me?
You're
Leader.
the boss. You're in charge.
Red has to go first. You're the one that's going to sell the most toys.
In theory, you're the most responsible. Scary, I know.
That is terrifying. My character, I am playing Kitsuki Rowan, who is I was gonna say Red Ranger, but like, are we Rangers? I don't know.
Yeah, Rangers. Ranger is a generic term. It's not copyrighted or trademarked, I don't think.
If it is,
He
fuck
is.
it. Copyright is a lie.
If it is, fight me, Hasbro.
She is essentially Kamina from Gurren Lagann, but what if Kamina was a girl and also like really liked skating and was dubiously good at it?
He's as good at skating as holding a gun.
If you're familiar with like the Mountain T-shirt company,
No.
they do like these really ridiculous over-the-top T-shirts. Like, have you ever seen Three Wolf Moon?
Yes.
I am familiar with Three Wolf Moon, yes.
That was one of their shirts.
Oh,
Those are
nice.
that's the only shirts that she wears.
Alice,
Or
for
Mountain
those
shirts.
of us, I mean, we all know what the wolf, but assuming someone out there doesn't, please describe this shirt to us.
So Three Wolf Moon is a it's okay, so it's got like a full moon, and you have three wolves in various positions howling around the moon, and it's like the most gorgeous, in-depth like artistry of detail. The only problem is that it's arranged like those really tacky 80s pictures that you got with like your pets and or unwilling family members, or like sort of their faces faded in for no apparent reason and one side of the screen. It looks like that.
I enjoy that description a lot. Thank you.
So I like to imagine that Yatsugi does not always wear Three Wolf Moon t-shirts, but she instead wears like various animals in the format of the Three Wolf Moon t-shirt.
Most of them are wolves.
Yeah, that's the most common one, but every once in a while there'll be like a joke one where it's cows. It's a 3 cow moon.
It only has a 3 sloth moon.
That's the best. They're all like limply raising their arms to the moon. Right, and as Jeff asked, during the like opening credits scroll, what is happening when your name shows up?
I think that she's about 5 minutes late for work.
Skateboard, obviously.
Oh yes, definitely. All through the halls of the mall that the shop is in. Just like narrowly avoiding little old ladies trying to eat Dippin' Dots in peace.
I imagine she's just outside in the mall parking lot, but she's trying to do like a kickflip onto the sidewalk, and she keeps screwing up and going back to do it over and over again, and that's why she's late.
If only she
Like
was
there's a
that
clock in the
frog.
background, so you can see she's on time at first, but then she's late.
Toast in her mouth.
Right?
She's attempting to get like she got like one of those big pretzels and is attempting to eat it while also skateboarding. It's going very badly, but I have faith in her.
I believe.
Should have gone to Small Pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're there.
That's the
Alright,
principle of the thing.
that'll be enough for our Red Ranger. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Probably either me or Jeff. Okay.
Okay, I am the Yellow Ranger. I'm playing Rumi Peppercorn. She's like the mom of the group, but she's also the fast one. I imagine in the opening, she is very fashionable, more fashionable than say I would be. So I may be googling outfits. Yes.
Nice.
But like in the kind of way that she's not like making about it. It naturally looks great. In the opening of the show, I think there's just like her in like a field doing like not like handsprings and like not like backflips, but like you know how in Sundays always have someone like fucking like flipping around an area just for like no reason before they fight someone. It's like that.
Yeah.
Battle flips, come on, they're important.
Yeah, battle flips. You gotta get like 50 feet over there, but you can't just run.
Mm-hmm. You'll go faster if you yell parkour.
Yeah. They're doing like hand swings and shit.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I guess it has to be me, because, I mean, their other character has a very specific role in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm playing Midori Akai. So, bit of a heavy-set gal, brown hair, sort of short, little floofy at the ends, wears green, of course, being the Green Ranger and all. And you know those people who, like, always joke around and kind of never just turn it off? That's Midori. I don't want to say
definitely thought that
irony
would be
poisoned
fun.
per se, but, like, you know, kind of close.
You played Undertale. Remember Sans.
So yeah, she constantly has a shit-eating smirk. Does not take a lot seriously. And her intro scene, as everyone else is coming into the pet shop, she's playing Puyo Tetris with the rabbits. They're not even any like special rabbits. They're just normal ass rabbits. There's somehow a controller in the cage, and they can't play it because they're rabbits. So she's doing well. Hey, come on, you can do better.
It's enrichment.
Right.
It's
Can I
fun.
add something to this intro?
Mm-hmm.
Ark is constantly placing like a broom next to you and you keep shoving it away.
Yeah, every time she like turns to get into a position to play, just shoves the broom aside.
Mm-hmm. Please work. All right, and finally,
I'm schooling these rabbits.
Jenner.
So Han is not even in the store. He's out back outside, vaping and playing on his phone. That's his intro. Han is he's the Black Ranger. He's got a tough face, intense eyes, and he wears athletic clothing. I don't know what else to say about him. He's a shit.
Yeah, that's enough for now.
This is where I'm supposed to advertise McDonald's, right? But instead of doing that, let's do something actually important. I do have a fair few things to say, but I'll save those for the mid-roll. For now, though, I would like to mention Henshin, the game we're running for this campaign. If you're interested in Henshin, you can go to henshingame.com, and no matter when you're listening to this, you could get the original version, which is what we're going to be using for the first few episodes, but they actually kickstarted a deluxe edition late last year, and at the time of recording this, they're pretty darn close to having that done. And in fact, by the time you actually listen to this, they're going to be slightly closer to being done. Not quite, though, but like, it's within a month. So, if you didn't kickstart it, which, I mean, clearly this campaign isn't in time to advertise that Kickstarter, I believe they will, just be selling the books, like, January, February? Question mark? But yeah, that's it. I'll let you get back to the episode.
All right, so rather than start at the pet store, we're actually going to start at the high school you all go to.
Oh, great.
I'm just going to assume it's Low High again, unless somebody has a better name.
That's good.
We're not even in Ohio. We're just at Low High for some reason.
It's a different Low High.
Oh no, it's a chain school.
It is during the last class period of the day. Your teacher... so my school actually didn't have a homeroom period, so I don't know if homeroom is supposed to start or end the day. But this teacher is doing homeroom stuff. Now, children, we've had some very strange activities, so I suggest that everyone go home immediately. And I've been told to show you this. And she pulls up a PowerPoint, and on one side is a stock, like, Getty image of a dog catcher. The other is the dog catcher themed mooch that we're going to have. So they have like an animal control uniform, a very large net, and their face is covered by like a mask made of what looks to be made of a net.
Is that from a movie or something?
I can see the watermark. You're supposed to buy those images.
Yeah, that's stealing.
Well, teachers actually have very limited copyright infringement powers due to fair use.
Dang.
I guess it's not for profit.
But anyways, the image on the left shows an actual dog catcher. The image on the right shows a hooligan that you should avoid. If you run into the person on the left, it's fine. If you run into the person to the right, keep running. Before the bell can ring and she dismisses class, though, Kitsugi, you happen to glance out the window and you see a man dressed in the most ridiculous 90s outfit, holding a skateboard, glaring directly at you through the window.
He points.
Yes, he points at you, holds his hand out with his thumb to the side, and then turns the thumb down.
Is that him?
Yes, this is in fact your sworn rival, DJB.
The nefarious individual who represents all that is bad in the world. Which is to say, everything that is the opposite of me, who am justice incarnate.
As you're staring at him, a car drives by, and when the car leaves, he's gone.
I resist the urge to run after him, desperately trying to uncover
do you
his
resist
vile plans.
It seems like you might want to gain a token by letting your temper cloud your judgment.
You know what? I'm not going to resist it. Screw this. He can't do this shady
You
stuff
say
when he
anything before you
disappears.
run out of the classroom and skip school to go chase this man.
I need to go to the bathroom really bad, and then it is like bolt.
Just running down the hallway. You son of a bitch! You can't get away from me.
Wait till I'm at least a hole away before I yell about how you son of a bitch, you can't escape me.
All right.
Hey,
Leave
the
the hallway.
show is rated teen. We can't say swears. No cusses. No swears.
We only get one fuck.
Han might be able to get away with a damn or something because he's a bad boy, but the rest of you have to be good.
Piss.
Well, that was weird.
Do I see him?
Yeah, you're. Turns out he just grabbed the side of the car and is skateboarding away on it.
He's skitching?
Yes.
Yeah.
This rolls.
I shake I start trying to go that way, get maybe a block before I completely lose that vehicle and just shake my fist after it.
DJB!
I'll find you!
And then it cuts back to the teacher explaining how you should be very careful and not do anything reckless while heading home from school. Remember to always be aware of your surroundings as you're desperately looking for them.
I'm there are just cars everywhere, and I'm just running aimlessly, desperate to find this nefarious man.
Guy who I guess is aware of you. I guess you dropped the joke that he doesn't really know anything about you.
Also, of course, he has another nemesis who's not me, who's just somewhere else in the room that I've completely ignored, which is possible, honestly.
Maybe he's just starting shit in general, being a punk in general isn't really targeting her, but just kind of all you people in school are losers.
He just does this to every school.
Yeah.
Until he gets a response and he just runs away.
I do not like him.
I just lean over to him next to me and say, what was up with that?
I don't know, she's just like this.
Has the teacher even noticed? Is she just doing what she was doing before?
Well, as far as you know, Kitsugi just went to the bathroom.
No, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Close enough to the end of class that it might be possible for people to not notice you're gone until after the bell rings.
I just take my time. That's what kids do. I can confirm that they do this because I used to teach, and that's what kids do, trust me. The bathroom for forever.
And I think we're going to cut from you looking confused to you angrily storming into work.
I glare, frustrated. I glare at everyone else, but don't actually say anything. Nothing to say.
Art is currently manning the cash register, and he says, let me guess, it was DJ Pete's again.
Nah, she just went to the bathroom for a while.
How did you know?
It's not usually anything else.
You a wizard?
I have basic pattern recognition.
What is this? What did this guy do? Why are you so mad?
What hasn't he done?
That's not a
Please
real
tell
answer.
me, what has he done?
He's there, and
This seems to be really extra. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him do anything.
he showed me up so many times.
Yes, but how?
Being better at me than things. Stop making me talk about it.
I roll my eyes. I go back to dropping fish flakes in the fish aquariums.
To be fair, a lot of people are probably better than a lot of things than all of us, really.
Oh, that just makes it worse.
While you're having this discussion, Han does walk into the store, though.
Yeah.
Narc says, "Look alive, everyone! We've got a customer."
Oh shit. He's hanging out with his girlfriend because that's Han. He's a big girl dater. Definitely has sex with women. Steps
That's
in.
what his T-shirt says.
Yep, big sex haver is what his T-shirt says.
He wrote "with women" on in Sharpie.
Yep. Gotta clarify. And he's just browsing around because his girlfriend wants a fish, like a Japanese fighting fish, and he's not gonna raise any fuss about it. As he wanders around the store, he's just gonna get her a Japanese fighting fish and be done with it.
So, which
Well, I
fish you
hope-
looking at?
We
I
have
hope you
Ryder.
don't mind, but all of those fish are in beta right now.
Ah!
Oh,
He
come
punches it.
on.
And Ark laughs and slaps his knee, and no one else laughs.
Okay, what color do you want? We got the blue ones. We got
Oh, it's
the
just the blue one.
iridescent ones.
Blue one shot a man once, I saw it.
Just listen. It's really important. Just don't put this in a bowl with another one because they will kill each other. Like it's not the fighting fish name isn't like just a joke. It's real life.
To be fair,
If they
most
die in the
fish kill each
bowl,
other.
they die in real life.
Well, I mean they'll fight each other until one is dead, the other one is very damaged, and that one might die of like an infection.
Fish are dumb if we're being honest.
It's very territorial.
Um,
What co-
But do they get along
what's
with
your
other-
girlfriend's
Does your
favorite?
girlfriend have a name?
Yeah, her name is Kimmy.
Yeah, what's your girlfriend's? What color is she like? Is she here? Did
Yeah,
you
she's
just
here
look
with
at
me.
him?
She's standing here looking at the fish, and she's trying to talk to you, but you keep talking over her.
Mm-hmm.
Han isn't actually standing up for her at all. He's letting you continue to talk over her, and she tries to talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. What one would you like?
Well, I think I like this one, and she points to a pink beta fish.
Midori looks at Han, turns to her and whispers, I don't know if your tastes are, She looks back at Han like that. Maybe you should go with the opposite of what you initially think. See, that fish? Probably a jerk.
Midori, my sex is the fifth section. Get out of here.
I'm just
I'm in charge of
helping out
fish.
as a consumer.
We'll get you the pink one. Let me get a bag.
Get her what she wants, whatever she wants. It's good for her.
All right. So what you do when you get home? You got a bowl for this? You have like a little, maybe a little castle to put in the bowl and like some
Yeah.
rocks and stuff.
Yeah, I've got fish stuff. Do I need like a special thing for the robo-fish? Or is just
Oh.
a normal fish bowl enough?
They're meant to. You just treat it like you would a normal fish. Anything, you can feed them. If you want, you can pretend to feed them. They like that. They react to it, but they can't actually eat.
Do you have to sell her like the plastic food pellets?
You know, it's like there's very clearly an upsell, but I'm not really into it, so I'm not really taking it seriously. And you
Ark
know,
just have his head in his hands.
since it's a robot, you don't gotta do the thing where you acclimate in the water. Just dump it in there. Just
Fucking slam dunk this fish into the bowl.
make sure you fill out the warranty card, and if you do, you get 10% off your next order.
Dang.
Oh, cool.
As they're
So she gets the bag containing the fish. She goes, "Honey, what should we name the fish?"
Sweetie, Pookie, babe. Yeah, good at this being with girls thing. Name it whatever you want. It's just a fish. Whoa! Are those pigs?
Clarence.
You got pigs?
I was about to say, during this conversation, the camera is from the point of view of one of the robo pigs as it turns to look at you
What did you?
and starts approaching you from off of the shelf.
Is this legal?
I mean, it's not a real pig; it's a robot pig. There are no laws here.
Yeah,
This-
the government barely knows about these. They haven't been regulated yet. We're trying to sell as many as we can before they find out. Did you see what happened to e-cigs? Ark like takes you aside and be like, "So I'm not supposed to tell anyone this, but these things totally have the e-cig function."
Oh man, that piques Han's interest because he spends half of his time vaping and the other half of his time disappointing his girlfriend. So
He grabs a different pig other than the one you're looking at. Goes, watch this. He pulls the like curly tail off, and it's a vape rig.
Midori looks down at the robotic ferret that's currently in her hoodie, and it's just like, have that? And it just shakes its head.
Not just the pigs, unfortunately.
How much for the pig?
Oh god, I don't want to come up with it. So he tells you the price, but I'm not going to come up with a price because I can't be bothered.
Don't worry, future me has this handled.
Artificial moles, somehow only 1,200 yen. How? They're highly illegal. Buy today.
So he pays for the fish and he gets the pig too. He's like, yes, this pig's gonna rule. Oh my gosh, it's Vietnamese pot-bellied pig. I love it. He's like,
Pig gets.
pig get. He like plays with it. The pig squeals. He tucks it under his arm and is like, hell yeah. So he, yeah. I don't know what he's gonna name this pig. I haven't thought about a name for the pig yet. Clyde. His name is Clyde.
All right. Well, Ark sort of like leads you both back to the door. Says, "Now I hope you both enjoy your pets."
Make sure you read the instructions. I'm serious.
Good
Don't
thing-
let the door hit you on the way out, which is really hard because they're automatic doors.
I don't think we even have doors. We're in a mall. It's like there's a big gate we pull down from the ceiling.
There's just constantly open doors.
I mean, there are doors to the mall.
Yep.
We're not doorless.
As Han steps out into the hall, like into the whatever walkway, he intentionally bumps into somebody enough to like knock him over, and then yells at them for bumping into him. Watch where you're going, loser! He,
Well,
I was
oh
carrying
my
a load
god,
of glass. How dare you?
Is that a Bonzi buddy?
no! As you're yelling at this person, you're approached by two people in mascot costumes.
oh boy.
One as a Tandy VIS, the other is this purple owl, which was the mascot for the Tandy VIS. As they approach you and your girlfriend, the owl says, "Hey friends, couldn't help but notice you just bought some Robo-Pets. Don't you think that money would be better spent on a Tandy VIS?"
Can't help but notice you talking to me, and you're not supposed to be doing that. I'm not interested in talking to you, and I'll do like the football shove, you like hold up the hand and shove him away with the football and keep walking.
As you shove him, the camera zooms in on the owl's eyes, and the pupils turn red. When you go to shove him, he moves a bit, but then he reacts, shoves you to the ground.
Okay.
That wasn't very nice, I'm just trying to do my job. Trying to sell these worthless game systems that are 20 years old and nobody wants them.
So I'm going to try to frighten him with an impressive feat by like keeping back up to my feet and then rushing him and just picking him up by the waist and spinning him around. I'll show you.
Like the classic, like Ed's a giant just up above your head, like.
Yeah, yep. I'll show you who's not very nice.
When you do that, the Tandy VIS grabs the owl, puts him back on the ground safely.
Damn.
What does his girlfriend say about this?
Yeah, his girlfriend is just
Act
like,
not
standing
aggro.
there.
Girlfriend is clutching her fish, hoping that they don't notice. Just kind of in awe. But the owl continues to say, "But instead of these, everyone just wants to buy those stupid Robo-Pets." He glances over at Kimmy, approaches her, and knocks her fish out of her arms.
Ah!
It breaks and dies horribly.
It does a shatter.
The bag, tears and the water goes everywhere.
No!
And any child watching is freaked out, but any adult is probably going, "It's a robot. It's probably fine."
Yeah, it doesn't need to be in the water. We just do that because it's like.
Yeah,
it's
it can only
a pet shop
move in the
experience.
water.
Yeah,
It
so you
looks
get to
cool
do it
in
like
the
you would
water.
know a pet shop.
It doesn't look cool unless it's in the water.
I already took a turn. Do I just
So-
keep taking turns, or?
Well, I'm trying to give you a chance to get a light turn so you can get a token.
I already took a light turn. I frightened with an impressive feat by picking the person up, so I have a token now.
I don't think that's supposed to be used on the bad guys.
Oh.
Light turns are supposed to cause problems for you. So if we say that
I
you
frightened-
frightened the
I frightened-
BIS
I
and that's what
I
caused
guess
it to
I
be a
frightened
bad guy,
I guess I frightened my girlfriend with my impressive
there,
feat.
that can work.
Yeah.
You just pick up this mascot and the girlfriend's like, oh my god!
Sorry, we're still learning the system.
What is wrong with this person?
Yeah. Han's very aggro today.
So, you three still in the pet shop. You all can see this. There is a window.
I feel like this scene is actually interrupted by Midori doing a whistle up above. She's just like leaning on a table up there.
Why are they trying to sell the Tandies? Like,
You thought we all got rid of them, but they were set here.
like, is that like one of those things where they make like a remake of it and like a little thing, or just like the actual Tandy 500?
No, these are original Tandy VISs that Radio Shack is still trying to sell in the year 2020.
I mean, like, it'd probably be worth more to like buy one of those selling on eBay than they're selling it for.
Yeah, I know, right? Says the owl.
Hey,
Alright,
pay
well,
attention to me.
I would like to do something.
Good.
All right.
Can I just say that counts as a light turn because I'm either acting childish or endangering Han by not actually helping?
I
Yes.
I wanna
Yeah.
I wanna use a light turn. I want to go and comfort the girlfriend and diffuse the situation, make it so she's not mad and afraid of her boyfriend, because that's obviously what's best for him.
Yeah, do what's best for someone when they wouldn't agree. So you're doing what's best for Han, even though he wouldn't agree. Like, stay away from my girl.
Well, it's because that's not what he actually wants, but I
Yeah.
don't know that.
Yeah, that worked. Okay.
I want to basically endear his girlfriend to him to strengthen their relationship,
Oh, thank you.
because clearly that's what he needs.
Absolutely.
Look at his shirt.
I mean,
Obviously,
Really?
this is what he wants.
no, he may have been a little aggravated, but really he was just defending you from this aggressive mascot man. Like, he threw your boyfriend to the ground. Like, wouldn't you want him to stand up for himself?
I guess. I just came to buy a fish and now I'm being attacked by an owl. And like a VCR or something. I don't even know what that is.
Nobody
Make him-
does.
that would make him so angry.
Yeah, at this, the VIS just turns and glares at Kibby and starts charging at her.
Oh no.
Um,
I will react by trying to protect somebody in need. So I may
All
always
right,
do that.
Han.
So I will jump in between the Rush and my girlfriend, Kimmy.
So as you charge towards her, your Robo-Pig follows you.
Oh, cute.
It leaps towards you and starts the transformation sequence. I'm not going to make you spend a token on this
Oh, cool.
because it's just going to move the episode forward. It's not going to be like a fight thing.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to describe what your transformation looks like?
The robot pig jumps up onto, stands up on its back hind hooves and rests its forehooves on the back of Han's calves, and then gets starts from the calves up, like the boots snap in, and the leg plates come up, and the tusks, like the tusk helmet, folds over his head, and everything snaps into place, and like cool steam hisses out,
Black Pig.
and then he just stands there, like what?
The fuck?
Do you kind of swing at the VIS while you're charging and it knocks the VIS back to the ground?
Yeah, I guess I do. I'm trying to protect somebody in need, so I take the hit.
Right.
But it just it doesn't even dent my armor. It just kind of bonk, bonk, bonk. It boops me.
No.
Midori just whistles. Hey, Ark, did your standards lower or something?
Oh wow.
I want him to running gag me every time you try and mouth off to Ark. He just tosses the broom at you. Work, damn you!
It doesn't get anywhere near me because I'm on the second floor.
I didn't even know we had a second floor.
There, we won't be using it in game, but it's there.
So, I mean, does this
God.
thing try to attack me? Because I'd like to fail to react. I'm so busy, like, gazing at myself and, like, turning my hands over and, like, admiring my new costume. And I'm gonna fail
well,
to
at
react
this
to
point-
this thing and get my ass handed to me. Just get this down.
At this point, the owner of the Radio Shack bursts into the hall and screams, "What the hell is going on?" Both mascots turn to him, and the owl's eyes return to normal. Oh god! Oh gosh! I don't know. This suit, it just really got to me. I got so mad. This kid, well, that was a kid. I don't know what it is right now.
Wow.
Shoved me, and I got mad, and then I don't remember anything else after that. I think he picked me up and threw me to the ground.
I did do that. That was me. I do a cool pose. Is that how this works? I just goes back to standing there. This is cool. Check it out. Babe, check it out. I got a cool suit from my pig.
I'm going to say, since you're no longer in danger, your suit goes away and turns
God
back
damn
into the pig.
No, that was brief.
God, I forgot to come up with a name for the store owner. It's going to be a recurring character.
It's
the
Thomas
owner-
Shack, the owner of Radio Shack.
Well, he's not the owner of the company, just the owner of this location.
Unfortunately, he's actually both.
Yeah, Thomas Shack walks over, like, puts his arm around your shoulder and goes, "Now listen, buddy.
I shrug him off of me. No, don't touch me.
Okay, fine. So, I know things got a little heated out here in the hallway. I don't really know who started what, but there's no reason anyone else needs to know about this, right?"
What's my silence worth to you?
I'll give you all of today's profit.
Wow, all $0? Sounds great.
I was about to say that's not a cut.
He, like, wipes a tear away.
You want some batteries?
I'll also give you some free inventory item from the store. We have some good stuff, I promise.
Buddy, I just want...
You want some HDMI cable? Nobody buys them at retail because we overcharge way too much.
No, what I want is to figure out what the hell just happened there, and I gotta get going. I got some vaping to do. Don't just stay out of my fucking way. All right? I'll butt him with my shoulder and like wrap my arm around my girlfriend awkwardly, like trying to look natural, but it's like so mechanical. Like, yep, definitely good at holding girls. And,
You're
like,
instinctively hover handing her.
Yeah. How to touch girls.
All right, the owner says, "Will do." Grabs both of the mascots, says, "And you two, we are going to have a talk on proper mascot etiquette." As he hurries them off screen, Ark pokes his head out of the store. Says, "You, young man, the Han, right?"
He's got to be gone already.
Well, he's walking away, but he'll like say, "Don't. What? What do you want?"
You want to know what's going on, right? I can tell you that.
I'm just mouthing, "Don't do it, don't do it."
Han looks very tempted. He's like, it felt.
The pig already chose him. It's too late.
It felt really good to like transform. So Han's like, "Let me just take. How late are you open?"
You can stay open late tonight, right, guys?
Are you paying overtime?
Yes.
Great.
I'll be back. I have to drop my girlfriend off.
Except Midori.
Drop my girlfriend off at her place, and then I'll be back and we can talk about this.
This is ridiculous. How am I going to chase down DJ Beats if I have to stay here all night? I hate this.
I'm gonna assume Han gave a time, so instead of keeping you here the entire time, Ark will just say, "All right, you all do whatever, but be back here by this point so we can all talk to Han."
So Han like gets in his girlfriend's car because he actually doesn't own a car. He's too poor to own a car. His girlfriend drives, and puts his feet up on the dashboard and like turns it to the Latin station to listen to Latin music as they drive back to her place.
Like Latin jock jams.
Yes, Latin jock jams.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're in the car, I guess his girlfriend can like be like, what the fuck was that about or whatever. But with the long story short, Han's gonna be very non-committal and grunty and just like, babe, I'm just doing what I do. You've been around me long enough. You know how it is.
I feel like I don't know what character you had in mind for the girlfriend, but I don't know if she wants to talk about this either.
Yeah.
I think she's just a bit. I see some pretends that doesn't happen. I would think. Like, that was weird. That was weird. You're weird.
Yeah. Shame about my fish. Also, what was that? What was that whole thing you did?
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I don't know. It was pretty cool though. It felt really good.
You should read the manual.
Yeah, check out the
Yeah,
manual.
she gives you the manual that came with her fish. Like, read this. Can I do that?
Maybe. That'd be interesting. That would be very hot. This is hot in a mechanical way.
I'm very much into fish transformations, as is the norm.
Don't kink shame me.
Would your girlfriend be strangely attractive for a fish woman?
All fish people are queens. Shush.
I think all fish people are queens is probably the best thing you've ever said, but continue.
So you get, I mean, he's like, just don't think about it, don't worry about it, I'll sort it out like I always do. I'll take care of you. Do you like your fish?
I think it survived, so yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. I'm glad.
I hope it's okay.
We'll put it
Oh.
we'll put it in your tank. Put it in your tank when you get home, and remember to fake feed it and all that stuff. Whatever. Like, who gives a fuck? It's just a machine. Not you, Clyde. You're good.
I was gonna say, just it cut to your pig, and the pig just looks sad. Is your pig in the back seat? Does it have a seatbelt on?
Yes.
Guess what? It's mid-roll time. So, what to start with? Well, I guess this is fairly pressing news. If you haven't been following along our live versions, you probably haven't noticed until now that there was no Breadmaster in this episode. Reason being is Breadmaster is a scholar in a graduate program, so right there, he's pretty busy in the first place. But hey, Loka's also a graduate doing that sort of thing. But he's also available. Well, you see, there's another layer to this. Breadmaster's also in Australia for his studies. So, yeah, he's been busy and in a different time zone? So, what is normally like 8:30 to 9 for us on a Wednesday is like noon for him on a Thursday. So, scheduling, it was okay for us, and now it's real awkward, so he's very frequently busy and can't make it. If you'd been following along with Blades in the Dark, that's why that was delayed for so long. Thankfully, though, the genre and the game have a built-in way to sort of get around that, in that we have the Gold Ranger, who is, not a color you would be playing by default, but he will probably be making use of that. If not, there's also going to be a built-in guest star Ranger. I believe that's the Orange Ranger playbook in the deluxe version, so, nudge nudge, maybe look into that. But yeah, because of this, we are able to play a campaign and expect his absence this time around. Unlike Blades in the Dark, where it didn't feel great to not have him in a session, and also he wasn't around for the finale because the finale was around the point at which school would have been getting super busy. So, Anyway, though, if you're wondering about the thread, I don't know what it's going to be called yet, because I'm recording this before it goes up. But if you want to find it, just go to lp.zone, go to the Let's Play section, and there'll probably be one by Lokamasi, and I'm guessing it would probably be for this game.
Look, unless there's like a Live a Live remake in the next week or so, if he puts up a thread in the Let's Play section, it will probably be for this. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's it. Covered Breadmaster, covered Thread, covered Game. So, yeah, I hope you've been enjoying this. I hope that the fact that I'm doing a good amount of the henshin sounds isn't too distracting. I realize that's a potential issue, but like, I don't have the means or the contacts to get the guy who did the X-Aid henshin voices. Like, if I could, I would've, but I can't. So instead, the editor has to do her parts to add a little bit of flavor to this campaign. But you know what? I'm into it. Which is good because I'm the one doing it. If I hated it, then whoops. But yeah, I like it. Again, I just hope it's not too distracting. But on that note, some of the other sound effects that I used are henshin sounds from Kamen Rider X-Aid and Zero One. And now, the music. The main theme is I Won't Fall Apart by Jagger from Initial D. And now, a whole lot of songs by soundtrack. So, from the Jet Set Radio soundtrack, we have Everybody Jump Around by Richard Jacques, Electric Toothbrush by Toronto, Humming the Bassline, Let Mom Sleep, and Rock It On by Hideki Naganuma, Yellow Bream by F. Fields, and Yappy Feet by David Soul. From the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack, we have Kodo Stomp by the Latch Brothers, The Answer by Brandvan 3000, What About the Future and Bachfresh by Richard Jacques, and Rocket On DS Remake by Hideki Naganuma. And lastly, there is one song from the Sonic Rush soundtrack, and that's Get Edgy. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, considering the theme is teens with attitude, and who boy are we emphasizing that, I figured, Jet Set Radio is a pretty good soundtrack for that sort of thing, so I decided soundtrack for this campaign is gonna be Hideki Naganuma and related songs, because Hideki Naganuma is a real good artist, and I love his work. And I figured it would fit, and boy was I ever right. Man, I've really been enjoying setting the soundtrack to this. Oh yeah, and the Initial D was just me thinking, I love these songs, I can't think of a good main theme. Like, none of them really fit the main theme. And I couldn't think of any, like, animal-based songs other than Mammal by They Might Be Giants, but, that doesn't really fit as a tokusatsu show main theme. So then I decided to just switch it up to go to Initial D, which I figure is similar enough to Jet Set Radio and that ilk. And once again, I was right. I was just, listening through songs, figuring out what would work, and man, I really like I Won't Fall Apart. It's fitting for these awful, terrible teens who refuse to like each other. But without editing, this is almost 10 minutes, so hopefully you haven't been waiting that long, because we gotta get back to the episode, huh? Whoops, sorry.
Alright. So after that, we can just have another gag where DJ Beats, skates past the pet store, flipping you off, Kitsugi. You can go chasing after him again.
I would if I had seen him, but I didn't. I was very busy looking the opposite way intently. He rides by a couple of times, but I never actually turn around at the right time. So he eventually just gives up and goes home.
So, you said the pig chose him. Are these pets sapient?
Some of them, yeah.
What?
Not all of them.
What? But that's not. I have mixed feelings about this.
Hey, Tachi, are you sapient? And the Robo Ferret just does the best shrug it can without, proper shoulders.
I mean,
I would like to establish that my little robo dog definitely has like a little like snapback hat. It's very cool. I painted flames on the side. Actually, I think like I don't know who would start the text, but I feel like we would have a group text to like converse about how we feel about the fact that we just suddenly have another person.
Is that what happens? Does somebody add Han to that group text?
No.
Nobody knows. Like Han doesn't hand out his number, so like you have to get it from him.
Okay. So, one more question about the group text: is Arc in it, or are there two group
Absolutely
texts?
not.
One with Arc and
It's
one
actually
without Arc?
one with him.
called
No one talks
Arcless.
in except him, and we
Yeah.
respond to him. That's it.
There's
no
one that's
chatter.
like, here's some updates on work, and then there's the other where you just roast him constantly.
They're not allowed to be in the real group text. They're just like, you know, the various fake ones that he gets to see.
But anyway, I don't really think it matters. Han's probably not coming back.
Yeah, he seemed kind of aggro.
I mean,
Is this? I'm sorry. Is this the group text or is this an actual like conversation?
I think we're in the food court. I have a big pretzel.
Okay.
I also get a big pretzel.
You already had one this morning.
Yeah,
That was
but
a
like,
back- that
you
was
can
a
have more than
big
one big pretzel. It's
They have
allowed.
different kinds.
All right. What kind of big pretzel do you get?
I got the classic, you know, big salt chunks, mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Dory, do you also get a big pretzel, or do you get a bunch of small pretzels as a sign of protest?
Bunch of small pretzels.
Don't say I can eat those. Get that garbage.
They're exactly the same. They're just smaller.
No, the small ones are crunchy. The big ones are soft.
Everybody knows that the small pretzels just taste better. It's like Ripple chips. They're
Oh.
better because they're rippled. Come on.
I don't think so. The big pretzel because it's soft and like you crack it open and it steams a little bit. It's delicious.
As you're having a conversation here in the food court, you're approached by two very tired-looking men. They said, "Hey, did any of you know that Han kid that was around?"
Nope.
Who's asking?
I've
So
seen
me
him
and my
before.
friend here were the mascots. We're out of the suits now. We just wanted to apologize to him. We have no idea what came over us.
Yeah, that was
No.
really
The
weird.
other guy just nods.
How'd you make
haven't
the
seen
eyes
him.
on the suit go all red?
The what?
Yeah, they like turned red, like you were like berserker mode.
As you're describing the suit's eyes turning red, the camera cuts to the storeroom of Radio Shack, where these mascot costumes are stored. And the owl head that is now detached from the mascot costume, the eyes turn red again.
Yeah,
And the owl picks up the head, puts it back on.
I mean, I
Sitting.
understand that like the anonymity of being in the mascot suit can empower you to do things you might not otherwise normally do, but it's still you don't just start fights in the mall.
Yeah, I know. It's really hard to describe. It didn't even feel like that anonymity thing. It felt like I wasn't doing anything. Like he shoved me, I blinked, and then my boss was yelling at me.
Maybe you haven't been staying hydrated. Those suits get really hot. You could have had dissociated for a little while or passed out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, hold on, then he runs to the vending machine and gets a bunch of bottled waters. All right, well, if you see him again, let him know that I want to apologize. I'm sure that'll go well. Well, see ya.
I was gonna ask, what does this guy look like?
Fuck it, they just look like Vulcan Skull. They don't matter, I don't care. It's the tall guy and a short guy who's big.
The tall, skinny guy and the short, dumpy guy.
Yeah. Short, dumpy
they
guy's
seem-
not speaking.
They seem
Which isn't like Vulcan Skull at all, but still.
well. I mean, it's the mall. Everyone comes to the mall eventually, so sure.
Have they left yet?
They're in the process of leaving if you want to do something.
Oh, I'm going to wait till they leave so I can say to y'all. So we're agreed. Like we can't tell. We can't tell them where if we see him because for their own protection, right? He will kick both of their butts into the stratosphere,
Yeah,
like,
you have that
really
guy
quickly.
in the suit above his head. It's crazy. I can't do that.
Yeah, he did that untransformed.
Han lifts Just so we're clear, he's buff.
Is it all? Does he skip leg day?
He does not. He's buff everywhere.
Got those glutes.
Yep. He does crunches.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I mean, that was really weird. Like, okay. Did you see the suits that I shared red, or was that just me?
I mean, yeah, totally.
So that wasn't that guy. That guy's not the suit, right? So that's strange.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that. Like, I was about to say, it could have been, but then again, like, I feel like red eyes is a pretty good indicator that classic weird evil stuff is happening.
Yeah, maybe we should look into that. Do you want to sneak into the back room of the Radio Shack?
Yeah.
I'm always down for that.
All right, if somebody wants to say that's one of their turns, say something. I'm not.
I'm overcommitting myself to investigate this weird mascot thing.
All right, yeah. I'll give you that, and as a result, you all will not be there when Han speaks to Ark.
Perfect.
You will all be breaking in Radio Shack.
We don't need him.
Alright.
So then we cut back to the store. Ark is glancing at the clock.
Well, I wanted to do like a quick like his girlfriend tries to kiss him and it's like all awkward and he just hugs her and then chimes out of the car. And then he takes the bus back to the mall. And then he gets in. He's a couple minutes late.
Mm-hmm. But no one is there except Ark. He's looking around and says, "All right, I guess they don't have to be here if they don't want to be here.
Fuck him.
Come in, Han. We need to have a talk."
Can I smoke in here? Han says, pulling out his vape.
You can smoke the vape as long as it's the flavor I like. What flavors do you have?
I've got fuck you, I'm smoking in here. He just pops in the cartridge and starts vaping. Alright, so what
Excuse me.
Ark
used
hands
two
you.
fucks.
Ark hands you a vanilla scented one. He's like, please just vape this if you have to vape.
He pockets it.
Just tell me it's a jewel. He just gives him a jewel with a
Not a jewel.
Like,
No
okay.
nicotine. There's no nicotine in this. Ark is not that irresponsible.
Han has a jewel because of course he has a jewel.
Cigarettes won't appear until the anti-smoking episode. Come on.
Han pockets the free vapor, but does not change out his load. Just continues to. All right, so what the fuck just happened there with me?
All right, I'll just put this as simply as I can. The company
what,
that makes
you think
these.
I'm stupid or something?
You want me to say it more complicated, Han?
Don't disrespect me.
Okay, I'll give you the normal explanation then. It's the same explanation.
Mm-hmm.
The company that made these RoboPets gave some of them the ability to link up with humans and create rangers. Like what happened to you. Right now, we think it's just a bug in the programming. A very specific, unusual bug.
So you're telling me this cool feeling of power could go away at any moment? You're not gonna fix that bug. Just so we're clear, you're never fixing it.
Right. Yeah, these things actually aren't connected on the internet. Any bug patch has to be handed out kind of manually, so we can just not give yours those updates. It's fine.
Cool.
But you need to know that this company is not particularly well liked in some circles. Have you heard about those weird people that have been running around the city, look like animal control with masks for some reason?
My teacher was talking, or my study room, whatever teacher, was talking about that today. I wasn't really paying much attention to it though. It's like, fuck adults, whatever. They don't know shit.
Well, those are from an organization called Hominids Opposed to Artificials. The Artificials, what some people call the RoboPets. They're trying to destroy every single RoboPet that they can find. Right now, the other three have been doing a good job of keeping them away from the store and from causing too much trouble. But I'm worried that they're about to start doing something even bigger. What I'm saying is we could use your help.
Beyond getting to keep the pig and the cool powers, what's in it for me?
I mean, isn't that enough?
Maybe I want more.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think you do.
Should we smash cut to our
Yeah.
our team?
Yeah.
So what has gone wrong?
I would like
I
to.
want to say you get up to the door and like one of you is trying to pick the lock, and then the wall next to you just gets a hole knocked in it.
I was gonna say I could pull a prank gone wrong in that. Definitely broken in, and I definitely put a bucket of water on top of one of the doors.
All right, you can do that, but you did that because you were a little shit, not for any.
Are you still in that
Monster
mascot costume?
It's a prank that's gone wrong. How's it go wrong?
What were you saying, Rumi?
Asking we're trying to pick the lock on the gate to get into the radio so it's closed up.
Mm-hmm. Actually, if it's just the gate, you're like trying to figure out how to open the gate, and then it just slams on the gate.
You still in that mascot outfit? You just take a stroll? You okay?
The mascot shrieks at you.
Closes it.
It's on the other side of this gate, which isn't open, so it's close, but not really a danger yet. But as for prank going wrong,
Where's the bucket of water land?
Can I take that bucket of water? Like, can I, when I eventually show up to help them out, take that bucket of water, or is this scene gonna happen?
The water will probably be out of it, because the bucket falls over, and oh god, what does it do?
It shorts out the gate and it starts going up.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like how to phrase it. Like, well, as a safety precaution, if the power goes out, the gate's open, so it lands on whatever is powering this gate. The doors fly open.
I fail to see how that's actually a safer thing.
The bucket is like signed by you, Midori. It has your name and like a caricature of your face with your tongue sticking out.
That's what I've been doing for most of this. Most of the lock picking has just been me preparing the bucket, then putting it on top of the door. Well,
all right.
I didn't want the gate before the bucket fell, but now I do kind of want it.
I'm backing up now, please. I'm backing up. I am pushing back Midori with me, because she is not backing up.
All right. Mascots have now burst back into the hallway.
I think we're being menaced.
I think I'm actually, because it's a regular return, to get some distance between them, I'm going to turn around and tell the other two to book it back to the store.
All right, Ruby and Midori, do you follow Kitsugi's lead?
I mean, I follow her in the pet shop, but Midori's just walking with her hands in her pockets.
No, come on, stop loitering, come on!
The pet stop is literally right there. Come on.
We're being menaced.
Maybe you are.
I feel extremely menaced.
Ark overhears you. What's this about being menaced? And he looks out the
Yeah.
window. Oh my god!
Should we call security?
We are security,
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure security is going to help.
give or take. We don't get
So-
paid to be security for the mall, but I mean...
Ark looks over to Han and he yells, Han, so it's a good thing you like transforming and beating people up.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say. Is as we fade back into Han and Ark, Han's sitting there finishing his vape and saying, "So you're telling me, as long as I'm transformed, I can beat up these fuckers and I'll never get in trouble? I can be as violent as I want."
I won't say never. The mascots earlier still had people in them. I don't know how to feel about that. And
they
then,
have people in now?
Yeah,
I knock on one of their heads.
well, you guys saw the two guys outside of the mascot costume, so you were assuming they're empty.
I mean, a lot can happen when you're doing a lock picking.
So Mark yells to Han and says, "You can beat those two up. No consequences. They're just costumes. Han, they're just costumes. It's fine."
I'm in. I'll help you out, but not because I want to like save the world or anything. Just because I like fucking hurting people.
Oh, you're...
All right.
How noble.
So now I can talk a bit about squad turns, because I think the one here, when the squad danger to follow their principles,
What's our
color is
principle
present, get a token.
If I remember
There's
correctly,
peace,
it's just...
service, and to be left alone.
Okay.
And I think, yeah, you're mainly fighting, so they'll leave you alone.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
All right, so it's time for our first full squad transformation. Since the squad turn, I'm going to say gives everyone a token. This will just be a free transformation. Everyone's tokens will stay the same, effectively.
Hey, Kit, you usually go first, right?
Yeah, you're the red. Alice.
Yeah, I think so.
Adopt a henshin. Pets change.
Tell us, so where
So-
does your pet latch onto during the transformation?
It's got to jump on my head.
I was about to say it's got to be the head, right? You're the lead.
I'll form the head.
It's got to jump on
The
my
dog
head.
just
with a little
bite
bark.
your head.
No, it like lands on my head, or like belly on the top of my head with a little woof.
Aw.
And then unfolds into your armor.
For armor.
The Shining Fang leading the pack. Red Dog.
I get my
Alright.
sick ass sword.
Rumi, you go next because that was the order everyone introduced themselves in.
All right. My bird flies around me and lands on my shoulder, and it unfolds my suits, and I have like one pauldron that's like one of the wings of the bird. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's badass.
On the one side.
Yeah, it's asymmetrical armor. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Take off at unseen speeds. Yellow Osprey.
Midori.
Alright, so Midori starts with her arms together and facing downwards. Utachi leaps onto her wrists and her arms start getting armored. She moves her arms clockwise and counterclockwise upwards, and her suit appears over her bodies as her arms, circle around them. And once they're over her head, her helmet forms, she thrusts them straight outwards, her claws materialize, and then she sort of just like does a jump backwards, kind of does like a, I guess, little mini idle animation. You know what a Claude character looks like in games? She does that in
Yeah.
animation. And then she like leaps forward while doing a down thrust.
Pounce with sheer ferocity. Green Ferrets.
All right, and finally, we've seen your transformation before, Han, and he
doesn't
new
like,
twist on
he
it.
just continues to stand there as the thing folds around him. He does like flex a little once the thing encloses him. Once Clyde encloses him. And this deep look is inside of him, and he has commas this time. He didn't have those last time, so he's staring at his commas like, what the fuck?
Charging recklessly without care. Black Pig.
All right, in response, the Tandy mascot in like a text-to-speech voice says,
Animal control assist.
and the animal control thugs you were warned about in class burst into the mall.
Oh no.
Are these like
So now
people
you've got-
or like are they like monsters? What I don't.
They're monsters.
Yeah.
They are not people. They're just robots. It's fine. All right, so danger's been set up. You've got a bunch of mooks and 2 important monsters.
All right, I am going.
So
to
you all
say,
can take this time to show off your fighting styles.
I'm going to agilely go fight a bunch of those. It's like I'm going to use my scaling quarterstaff and bludgeon them all over.
All right. Does anyone else want to describe their fight scene?
So I think Kitsuki definitely charges into this cloud of mooks towards the mascots, like really recklessly by herself, just yelling at you, just yelling backwards, like specifically Han to see if he's able to maybe grab a couple of the little ones. If he can, if he's not too busy being starstruck.
And you have a sword, right? So you're using that.
Absolutely, I have a swirling blade hurricane. It's not very effective, but it is very, very exciting.
It looks really cool.
All right, Han, you've been told to focus on the smaller ones. Do you want to ignore that?
I don't get any tokens or anything for ignoring that order, but you know he's gonna.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I hope so.
I guess no. Actually, I can gain a token when I interfere with a reliable course of action. So I will gain another token for interfering with a reliable course of action, and just like Boar Rush, one of the big ones.
All right.
I think you're probably knocking all of us as you run by.
Yeah.
Do we bump into each other?
Yes.
Like we can all in each other's way?
Yep.
All right. Let me look at the red color sheet and see if there's any possible light token. Yeah, Alice, if you want to convince me, you can, but I don't think it's obvious enough. for me to just grant one?
I guess I'm kind of already in danger, so I can't really head into danger.
But she did kind of start by heading into danger.
Yeah. All right, Kitsugi, I'll give you another one, so everyone's up to 2 now. So Midori, the lead and the new guy, just fucking ruined everything.
Well, I'm
You
actually
want to
going to
finish
use...
off these books?
Yeah, I'm going to use a heavy turn by stumbling upon an unlikely perfect hit. So, Han just charges right through everything, throwing me off balance, but as it turns out, that's not a big deal. Midori just sort of like hops around on one foot and then just does like some whirling slashes with her claws to take out a whole lot of dog catchers.
Is this the start of the Weasel War dance?
These guys aren't worth a special attack.
But you're taking out a lot of them.
I mean, look, I aim for quality, not quantity, and these guys only have quantity.
I want to say that when Han boar rushes the big guy, he he pushes him all the way into the fountain, and now they're fighting in the water. The water part with like the squirts coming up. You know, the little flick. You know, the fountain exhibits that they have.
Yeah,
These things?
yeah, there's a fountain
You're
nearby.
gonna slip on the quarters. All the change in there.
Actually, one of the light turns I have, after a player's heavy turn, I may still alter the landscape. So which mascot did you charge, the owl or the console?
I'm gonna charge the owl because the owl was the one
Of
that.
course, you fucking hate that owl.
Yeah.
So when you collide the owl in the fountain, he turns around and breaks the top portion of the fountain, so the water is spraying outside, and now all the tile is wet and it's hard to move around.
Nice.
All right, and while Al was doing that, let's see, you three are facing down the Tandy VIS. The Tandy is going to take 2 of his controllers and wrap them around 2 of you. For now, let's go with red focus just to be safe. So it's going to wrap up Midori and Rumi. Kitsugi, how do you react?
I don't like this Lancer showing me up. I'm going to... normally I would just do this business but I think I'm going to go above and beyond and try to do the regulatory try to prove yourself to another to try and show how superior I obviously am to this upstart.
All right. So do you free Midori and Rumi? Do you cut the cords?
No, yes. I run by and cut them as I'm running. I don't even stop.
You're also going after the owl.
Do you Naruto run?
Absolutely.
Do you Naruto run?
Yes. I wasn't going to, but yes.
All right. So Kitsugi technically freed you two, but didn't check to see if you're on your feet. So Midori and Rumi, do you want to deal with this VIS?
Yes. Sorry, Rumi, but I think I'm going to... how can I endanger somebody instead of accomplishing anything? Well, I get up first, and... ooh, there's water on the floor. What can I do with that? Oh, I feel like a couple more dog catchers, approach me, and I smack them out of the way. Doesn't really help the situation overall, but, they do slide straight into Rumi, knocking her over as she's trying to get up.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
While you're apologizing, the VIS starts leaking discs out of its disc slot. So you do not take out the Tandy VIS quite yet. So we're going to cut over to Hanagatsugi fighting the owl. I'm going to say you had the upper hand at first, Han, but now the owl is taking you into the fountain.
Nice.
How do you like
trying
it?
to hold
How do you like it?
under the water.
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
So, Kitsugi, do you save the day?
At first I was like, "Grr, this dumb Lancer is in my way," but I mean, this is kind of serious. So yeah, I think I'm going to spin a token and use my weapon to drive off this thing, drive the owl away.
All right.
Stick it in, find a place where the limbs meet the body, and maybe force it in there to break a servo or something.
Well, it's not mechanical; it's magic. But you can chop a limb off if you want.
Wow.
I don't know that. I'm going to try it anyway. It's just give up angrily, chop its arms off.
All right, you knock
Damn
it
it, how do you
away.
move?
You knock it away. Han is still drowning.
This isn't about him.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna try to reach for him and pull him out of there.
Gonna slap her hand away. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. Don't touch me.
I'm gonna sit here and drown if I want to.
Try it. I'll stumble to my feet and turn my back on her in a cool way, and I will.
You both notice the owl's not exploded yet, or
The owl has not exploded yet, so I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do.
I'm not sure
if
Kitsuki
you
knows
don't
because
mind-
she's too busy being bad.
if you don't mind, we can cut back to Rumi and Midori and set up a dual finish using all four of you.
Yeah.
So, Midori is under fire. Rumi, you had issues before because Midori accidentally hit you, but
I am going to spend a token to address immediate problem with a level head. I'm going to do a flip up from the ground, do a cartwheel towards this altercation, and just extend my spear between them and just like catch a bunch of discs through the hole on the end of the spear, and then whip it around and whip it back at him.
yes,
Nice.
you jammed the drive. It can't shoot anymore. So, I'm going to say that you two are now poised to take this thing out.
Mhm.
So before the camera cuts, you're both standing like weapons drawn, ready for a finishing move. And then it cuts to back to Hana Kitsugi staring at the owl. Kitsugi, not to railroad you too much, but I want you to try and convince Han to join you in a finishing move.
I was actually thinking I was gonna do that because I'm looking at this sheet. You know, it catches my eye. Let your temper cloud your judgment.
That's supposed to have negative consequences, but you know what? I'll figure something out because that would make sense.
Like this thing is already starting to recover, but she doesn't have time for that because like there's someone here who's supposed to be on her team, and they're not really working together, and that sucks. So she's mad about it. And as soon as Han's out of the water, she's like, "What gives? I'm just trying to help."
I don't need your help. I don't need anybody, he says in his best Batman voice.
Yeah, you definitely did need my help while you were gorgle, 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 gorgle in that water over there.
I had it under
100%,
control.
I hear.
I had it under control.
You hear from across the way.
Let's check let's check the survey. The survey says no, you didn't.
We asked 100 Americans, is Han a little bitch? Survey says
Absolutely.
100. Yes.
It's unprecedented. Look, I don't even know your name. Who are you? I was not paying attention earlier when you were there. I was distracted by the thing.
Han cracks his
She like thrust.
and then cracks his knuckles and says, I'm the man who's about to kick your ass, and I'm going to display a reckless fighting technique on red. He's just going to swing wildly.
All right. The owl, I guess, sees this as a chance and bowls into both of you, knocking you back into the fountain, but onto the ground.
The fountain is utterly destroyed. There's quarters and pennies everywhere.
So,
Good to get.
I think we need to destroy ours and come and join this fight over here because they're fucking it up real bad.
I have a one step back to the dual finish. If Han and Kitsugi want to instinctively finish the owl so that they can get back to fighting each other.
Yeah, that's what I think. As
I think
the
that's what it is.
owl bashes, as the owl bashes into us, Han instinctively lashes out with his commas, and Kitsuki can do whatever she wants to do because I'm not in charge of her character, and we just we actually do a dual attack. Fuck off!
I was gonna say, can I suggest you both yell, "You stay out of there"?
Yeah.
Yes, in perfect harmony. It's beautiful.
So when that happens, there's a split screen. DIS on the left, on the right. Rumi and Midori coming from the left. Kitsugi and Han coming from the right. They pass at the same time.
Yeah, I think ours looks like is I throw my spear forward into the not throw but thrust it forward into the tandy, leaving it embedded, and then you can like jump on it, like run across the spear and finish it off or something.
Oh god, that's badass.
Just fucking triple jump and slash as I pass over it on the last jump.
Hana Kitsugi, do you just want to do the run by and slash, or do you want to do something kooky like that?
I have an idea for what I want to do, but I want to hear what Ella's supposed to do first.
I feel like we should do some version of the, like, where you charge at them and then you go a little bit beyond and then, like, are still posing as they, like, explode.
What I was thinking is, like, I was gonna, like, grab him by the throat and just choke slam him down to the fountain and he just explodes. After Kitsuki slices him up or something.
So Kitsugi rushes past him and does the samurai, like, oh no, you don't even tell they're being slashed, and then you just pick him up and throw him into the fountain.
I pick him up and choke slam him.
He gets cut in half.
Slammed, but it's only the top half that gets
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
standing there.
A dual finish within a dual finish.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's how this fight ends. The two monsters explode.
Alright, that wasn't so bad, and oh my god, what are they doing?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
now
points
we're
to two
fighting.
of us.
Yeah, now Kitsugi, you're back to fighting.
Get him, kid.
Nobody
You
told me
like,
what to do, not even my parents. Hana says, throwing reckless punches.
Nerd.
It's not about telling you what to do, it's about you, if you're gonna be on this team, you have to work with us. Also,
Art.
not fall into fountains, loser.
Art pokes his head out of the pet store and says, alright children, that's enough. That's enough. I said, and he grabs both of you by the back of your neck, holds you arm's length away from him. He goes, I said, that's enough.
Made me what to do, old
Nobody
man.
can be
Wait,
spray
yes you can. That's my thing. Damn it.
You're not the
I
boss
think you're
of
on
me.
your cooldown.
Actually,
Oh no.
he pulls out a name. I'm
Here
sorry, Rumi, what are you
comes-
saying?
I said, oh no, here.
But Ark says, actually, Han, and he pulls out a name tag, your name on it, Han Yo. I am the boss of you, starting today.
Don't I have to, like, agree to this or something? Fuck.
You've been pressed, gang.
It's in the terms of service on the Robo Animal contract.
I told you to read the manual.
It's
No.
not like legally binding on or anything.
He said
pulls
that to
out
me,
the-
but I never read them, so I'm not sure if he's lying or not.
He pulls out the manual and points to a point that says, if this Robo Pet binds you, you're legally obligated to work at my store.
Wow.
Yeah, don't worry. You can just ignore him and stay home or whatever.
Please. I need more employees. I can't run this with two employees. I could run it with 3, but somebody is too good to work.
I mean, you haven't paid me yet.
You haven't worked yet.
Because he hasn't paid me yet.
You have to work for.
Oh my god.
Han is fuming quietly.
Absolutely puzzled.
He tosses,
I should
like,
point
he
out-
runs his hand through his hair and, like, glares over at, Kit.
Kitsugi.
Yeah, and, says, just because we have to work together doesn't mean we have to work together. And, like, in a cool way. Just because we're a team doesn't mean, we're a team or whatever. This
You
sounds
can't make that sound cool.
Yeah.
I think Kitsuki sighs and like holds out her fist, like for a fist bump, and says, "But we could, you know."
Han shuns the fist bump and says, I'm just doing what I want to. I just live in my best life. I'm just here to hurt people.
Midori just rolls her eyes. Well, it's a good
Alright.
thing we've been doing A-OK on our own thus far. And so, the four of them continued on like that for approximately the next 5 minutes. But, unseen to them, Ark returned to the store, exhausted and uneasy.
Art takes off his goofy, cartoony rat mascot head to reveal a slightly less cartoony, but still obviously fake mascot head, because we don't have the best budget. And yeah, that'll be how the episode ends. Art staring forlornly at G4 Yehus.
Mother of God, he thinks. This is all that stands between us and destruction. Why does it have to be teens with attitude?
So as Han gets home, he like tends to his injuries, and his mom, who's very proud of him, he's a very proud mom, even though he's not the best, is like fretting over his injuries, and he's like, "No, Mom, I'll be fine. I'll be fine." And his dad is like rushing into the bathroom with his credit card, showing that he's flunking out of his classes, and he's not doing good at school. And his dad threatens to send him to military school, and Han's like, "Dad, it'll be fine, whatever," and like shrugs him off and goes to his room and slams the door. And his room door has all those like "do not enter" like construction zone like edgy posters all over the front of it.
Well, I was going to say military dad comes in mad, but does he see your name tag?
Oh, yes,
He
does.
Did you get a job?
Kinda.
You found a... Did you find a store owner stupid enough to hire you?
Jesus.
Wow. Mostly abusive.
Dad's going in hard.
It's just a temporary thing, but yes.
Better than I expected. And then he leaves.
Jesus.
Wow. Shitty dad.
Even I couldn't own Han that hard.
Victoria, get out from the window.
Pet Rangers return to school the day after their battle, even with an official cover-up.
The official story that's running is that a wild bear broke into the mall and destroyed part of the fountain.
The school is still abuzz at the news.
Yeah, something about a bear, right? Like a bear broke into the mall and started stealing from the stores or something. I didn't catch most of the news story. After that, Shinji turns to you and says, "Don't you work at that mall, Midori?"
It may seem like social interaction is the greatest foe of the day.
Well, I guess you're right. I mostly know what you don't do. I know you don't study, I know you don't do homework, and I know you don't listen to the teachers.
You know I don't give a fuck about you being in my face right now.
But in truth, they have no idea their previous battle isn't yet over.
And I'm telling you, I didn't send anyone else to pick them up. If you had them, they should still be there, because I haven't gotten them back yet.
Next time on Domestic Sentai Pet Ranger, moderate times at low high.
Storefront change.
That being said, I did just remember Jeff wanted to Sailor Moon says.
Oh yeah, what did we learn in this episode?
So the Pet Ranger says. So yeah, what did we learn today?
Not everyone is willing to be your friend right away.
Aw.
There's a lot of high tension in this episode. People getting in fight. At worst, you'd get kicked out by security, or you get arrested. You have to solve talk out your problems. Don't throw punches.
Something as simple as USB cords can be largely overpriced because capitalism sucks.
I learned that if I hit somebody hard enough in the suit, they'll explode.
Should Ark do a moral? I don't know if Ark should do a moral.
He's too tired.
Ark's moral is never hire teenagers if you can help it.
Teenagers.
Oh, but they need the work experience. Fuck you.
Don't make your superhero team based on teens with attitude. Just hire fully functioning adults who are A-okay.
There's no such thing as a fully functioning adult, I say, as a non-functioning adult.